Meet Rodney. Rodney works for the RFID City College as the Property Services and Asset Manager. Rodney smiles as he thinks back exactly 2 years to his first day in the new job and how overwhelming it had all been. Bob, his assistant, had walked in and it had been clear that he was still sore about not getting the top job. No wonder then that he took great delight in presenting Rodney with a box of outstanding departmental projects. And on the top was the dreaded annual asset audit. Nobody told Rodney about that at the interview. Bob had explained how Rodney's department were required every year to locate and account for all 28,000 plus assets, worth $350 million, located across 70 buildings with 2,500 rooms, from microscopes to laptops, ovens to trucks, and everything else in between. And this had to be completed within the next 3 months to meet the strict county timetable. Bob had smugly told Rodney that he'd usually started the project around 2 months previously, but thought that he ought to wait until his new boss had arrived, just in case he wanted to do things differently. It was always a long-winded task, with a team of 30 part-timers being taken on to clamber under desks and in dark store cupboards, hunting for assets, all armed with clipboards and piles of paper to complete and later input into a spreadsheet. Oh, and the boss usually watched over and directed every step to make sure that it was completed on time. Thanks, Bob. Rodney recalled the enormity of the task before him. He didn't sleep that night, concerned that he'd not have enough time or resources available to meet the now tight deadline. Then he remembered attending the annual RFID City Efficiency Awards a few months back, where his friend, Tim, the fire chief, had worked with Silent Partner Technologies on his award-winning project. The next morning, Rodney was quickly on the phone to Silent Partner Technologies, arranging a meeting for later that week. Within days, Silent Partner had scoped out the extent of what was needed in terms of equipment, software and personnel to get all 28,000 items found and RFID tagged. The initial implementation project was going to be tough, but the projected return on investment was awesome. Well, Silent Partner sure delivered. By county deadline date, they'd worked with Rodney and his team to tag every asset and implement the new systems and processes. By the second year, Rodney was in a position to complete the asset count by himself, and in only 45 days rather than 6 months. His boss now called him Super Rodney. Super Rodney hadn't finished yet, though. Working with Silent Partner Technologies this year, he was in the process of setting up a rolling audit of college assets, using the existing delivery personnel when he carried out their weekly delivery rounds. All they'd need was a mobile RFID scanner that would record all assets in a room and then automatically update the audit log. And next year, Rodney planned to invest in Silent Partner's latest portal technology, where fixed detectors located around the college buildings would track the movement of key assets. Never again would there be a mad, inefficient rush to locate all college assets. Rodney had already saved his department thousands of dollars, and he was going to save it a load more. Ultimately, he'd be able to determine that an asset had gone missing without undue delay, and hence be more likely to track down its whereabouts while the trail was fresh. That's one task that would no longer be the big stress that it had always been. Oh, and what about Bob? Well, with a slick and efficient rolling asset audit process in place, Bob was on board and with a newfound respect for his boss, and now a good friend, Super Rodney. To find out how Silent Partner Technologies can save you time, money and effort, visit www.silentpartnertech.com or call us on 888 428 5301, where our technology is your silent partner.